how about anybody else, but I'm exhausted.
Well, I think we should all turn in then.
It's a good idea.
I'm going to stay up a little while longer.
Okay, just don't overdo it. You've just recovered from a very serious operation, remember?
Mother, I have never felt better in my life, believe me. So good night.
Good night.
And thank you both from the bottom of my heart.
You're welcome, sweetheart.
Oh, you sure are.
Just to see you happy is worth it. Scotty, good night.
Thanks, Rick, for everything.
You're welcome.
Good night. Night. Scotty, everything is working out so perfectly for us. Can you imagine a honeymoon in Hollywood?
Boy, did you light up when your mother said that.
Oh, aren't you thrilled about it, too?
Sure I am. Hollywood?
You're gonna love it.
I'll love any place with you.
I've got so much to do tomorrow. I mean, I wanted to get started on my plans for the apartment. Oh, I'm gonna have to meet the park man and my parents so I can tell them exactly how I want everything for the wedding, and then I'm gonna have to get a dress for your graduation. I think I better call Beverly and Claudia and ask for their help in the morning. Scotty, this is what our life is gonna be like. As soon as we're married, something exciting and new and wonderful happening every minute.
Well, I think we're going to have to slow down a little bit. Otherwise, we're going to be old before our time. Most exciting thing I like is just being with you.
I know. That's the most exciting part of all. Loving you and starting a lifetime with you. It's the most wonderful and exciting feeling I've ever known.
Honey, can you sleep?
Oh, no, I couldn't. And I didn't want to disturb you.
Dad, I wish you'd please stop worrying about that note.
How could I have missed it, Peter? It was right there on the coffee table.
All right, come on. Come here. Sit down here with me a moment.
Okay.
I have an idea I would like to talk to you about.
What?
Well, I think the pressures of all these phone calls is getting to be too much for you, and I think it would be a good idea if you were to get away for a little while.
Where?
Well, I thought you might like to visit your mother and Beth in Florida.
No.
Why not?
Peter, I can't go anywhere knowing that there's some man out there who was involved in the adoption and wants to get PJ away from us.
Now, you don't know that for certain.
Peter, why else would he mention the adoption and say that I was unfit to take care of PJ?
There are all kinds of lunatics in this world, honey.
But Peter, that man knew what he was talking about. Do you think I could have a minute's rest knowing that PJ was here?
Look, I have mentioned to Heather, and she said she'd be delighted to keep PJ while you're away.
No, it's out of the question, Peter, really. Not until Joe Kelly finds out who it is that's been making these terrible phone calls and what the connection is between him and PJ.
Heather, I'm sorry.
Don't be.
Honey, it's just that I wanted so badly to bring back some news about our son.
Jeff, I know how hard you tried.
It's almost like Jameson knows what I'm going to do before I do.
Jeff, don't worry about it. We still have Jeremy to look forward to.
You sure are taking this pretty well.
Jeff, it's more important now than ever to have Jeremy come and live with us instead of Anne. Don't you agree?
Honey, as much as I want to adopt Jeremy, I still want our son back now, more than ever.
Oh, so do I, Jeff. And I still have hope. I still think it could happen. And sooner than either one of us expects.
Wait a minute. Why did we have to run?
Well, I'm just being considerate, that's all. I don't want to take up too much of your morning.
Considerate, wonderful. I will probably faint and have to take the rest of the day off.
Well, I know you have to get to the hospital, so I want to explain everything about the wedding right here where I can show you.
Grand, just as long as I do not have to walk or talk.
Mother,
Yes.
Dad promised that he was going to call the park department today. It's so important.
Well, if he promised, he'll do it. You know he's a man of his word. Don't worry about that.
I know, it's just that I'm so nervous about getting there okay.
One would never guess.
You know, I really wish that he could have been here with us today.
Yes, I know, honey. He wanted to, but he really had to check on that patient of his in IC.
That patient, she really has some nervous, doesn't she?
Well, that was a very serious operation on a young woman who's 6 months pregnant. Oh, did you know that that was the lady that was the emergency the night of your accident when we couldn't find him anywhere?
I don't even want to think about that night. I was so sure that Scotty had gone back to Bobbie.
Well, maybe there was an important lesson to be learned in that night. I know how much you love Scotty. But in a marriage, love and trust have to at least share equal time.
I'll remember, I promise.
Okay. Well, now, do you want to tell me how you visualize it all in that romantic imagination?
Yes, what I really would love is to have all sorts of beautiful summer flowers all around, okay?
Okay.
And Beverly and Claudia will come down from here once the music has started. And, okay, Scotty and Brian will already be down there waiting with the minister. And then I'll take Dad's arm and I'll walk down the steps, around this way, around the bottom of the fountain. And the aisle is going to be just right this way. And the ceremony will take place right there. Now tell me, isn't that the most beautiful setting you've ever seen? Something wrong, Mother?
No, nothing's wrong.
Mother, this is the happiest time of my life. I want you to be happy, too.
I am happy. I was just, I was visualizing you on Rick's arm. The two people that I love most in all the world on such an important day.
I love you very much, too.
Well, we've come through a lot, haven't we, together last year?
Yes, and I really think it's brought us closer together than ever before.
Oh, I know it has.
You all right now?
I'm fine.
Okay, can I tell you the rest? Okay. Now, once the minister has pronounced us man and wife,
Yes.
then we're going to walk off this way, and we're going to form sort of a little reception line. I mean, nothing at all formal, just very relaxed.
Are you smiling?
Yeah. How can you tell from down there?
Because you were last time I looked. Even in your sleep.
Well, you can't blame me for that, can you? On the most special night of my life, on something I never thought could even happen.
You're kidding. You seem very sure of yourself to me.
Well, that, my dear, was only on the outside. Inside, I was a nervous wreck, believe me.
You kept it very well hidden.
Yeah, I've had a lot of practice keeping things hidden all my life.
Yeah, I can imagine. Boy, are you ever scared when you have to go out and do a job for those men that you work for?
That's a forbidden subject. Remember our little promise, huh?
After last night, it seems to me that there shouldn't be anything we can't say to each other.
Oh, yeah? Then it would be perfectly all right for me to ask you about your years in between high school and student nursing.
Absolutely not.
Well, it goes both ways.
Roy, this has to do with your life now, not your past. I went to sleep last night thinking about all the wonderful things that you said to me. About the kind of life that you want to make for me. And then this morning I woke up with this knot in my stomach because all I could think about is the kind of danger that you would have to face to give me a life like that.
But don't you understand? It's just something that you have to accept, honey, that's all.
Well, I can't, okay? It scares me. Especially now, the papers are full of stories every day about Mitch Williams' war on the syndicate.
Bobbie, look, do me a favor. Don't mention that word again,
Stop
Bobbie.
that.
Bobbie, don't you understand? Listen to me. It's for your own good. Don't you understand what I'm trying to tell you? It's so nothing happens to you I love you, Bob.
Well, how are you feeling?
Oh, all right. Not great, but all right.
Well, you're looking a little bit brighter.
Well, if I am, it's because I thought over what we talked about last night, and I've decided to take a stand.
Well, what kind of stand?
I just can't afford to go through that kind of hysteria again, and I have to guard against it in my future.
Well, I'm glad to hear it because it only works against you.
Oh, it was just such a waste, Peter. If I had only been calm, I would have seen the note. I never would have gone to the park and gotten myself so frightened, so upset.
And, if you're willing to fight, I'll stand beside you every inch of the way.
I couldn't do it alone, Peter.
And with Kelly's help, we'll beat this thing yet, okay?
We've got to. Oh, dear.
You want me to see to him?
No, that's okay. I want to give him his prescription. Heather ought to be here any minute.
Well, I'd better be getting on my horse. It's getting late.
It's not here. I left it here yesterday morning. Where's that prescription?
Oh, honey, it's got to be here someplace.
Oh, this is insanity. Peter,
What's the matter?
what if I left it in his crib, the way I left my keys? It's prescription. It's dangerous.
Out on little tablecloths right over there.
I really think tables is a better idea because of ants and stuff like that.
Well, yes, I suppose so.
Okay.
But anyway, that's really all we have left to do.
Yeah, don't minimize it. You've given me a whole lot. You've given me 2 weeks worth of stuff to do here in the next couple of days. Look at that. That's not a whole lot of time, you know.
I know.
Maybe I should just give up medicine and devote my life to giving you a wedding.
I'm not asking you to do that.
You are not, huh?
No.
Look at that. And where are you going to change clothes?
Up there in the gazebo?
Gazebo.
Yeah. We can rent that from the florist, and then we can hang little drapes around it.
Oh, yes. Very important.
But seriously, though, Mother, isn't this a lot easier than having a formal reception? I mean, just eating out of picnic baskets right here in the park, and then all the guests can mill around after the wedding. There won't be any of that nonsense about limousines running off to photographers' studios and all that other stuff that really complicates most weddings.
You make it sound very simple, but even simple things have to be done, you know. What if it rains?
Like I told you last night, I just won't hear of it.
Yes, well, I think we ought to have a plan B.
Okay. If it rains, we'll do the same thing, but we'll do it all under umbrellas. Okay? Or else we'll just try and crowd everybody into our house.
Maybe we'll just cross our fingers and pray a lot.
Mother, I want to ask you a question.
Sure, what is it?
Well, I would really like to have Monica and Alan at my wedding, but if that's going to make you uncomfortable or nervous, I don't...
It's not going to make me uncomfortable. Not at all. Monica is a very dear friend of Rick's and a working companion of both of ours, and she's certainly not a threat to me. Not anymore.
That's good. I'm glad to hear you say that. Because I've always really liked Monica a lot, and I want to try and make up to her for all those awful days when I blamed her for the problems you and Dad were having.
You don't even have to worry about that anymore. In fact, I already have them down on the guest list. But I think it would be really delightful if you were to give them the invitation yourself in person.
Well, as long as it's all right with you, I'd love to.
Just tell her I'm looking forward to seeing her there.
Hi, Laura.
Right. Oh, hi, Luke.
Oh, hi, Dr. Weber.
Oh, hi, it's good to see you.
Thank you. Nice to see you, too. You having a wedding rehearsal here today?
I don't think the way things are going, we're ever going to have a wedding rehearsal. I think we're going to sort of play it by ear. It really is good to see you again. In fact, I was just asking your sister the other day how you were.
Oh, thanks. I've been fine. Busy.
No trouble, obviously, anymore with that knife wound.
Oh, no, that's as good as new, thanks to you. I'd almost forgotten about the stupid accident.
You on your way to class?
Yeah, in a minute. Look, is there any chance I could persuade you and Scotty to have your wedding reception at the disco?
Thanks, Luke. That's really very nice. But all the plans have been made. We're going to have it right here in the park.
Oh. Well, that'll be original.
Yes, it will. Unless it rains, in which case originality is going to have to give way to some kind of practicality.
Yeah. Well, look, if you change your mind, just let me know. You know, I could really fix the place up nice for you.
Thanks, look, I really appreciate the offer.
Well, I have to go. It's nice to see both of you.
Good to see you.
Bye.
Bye-bye. He's really nice, isn't he?
Yes, he really is.
You know, I've been thinking a lot about inviting Bobbie to the wedding. Oh, she's been really nice to Scotty and me lately. And the other day she seemed very sincere when she congratulated us and she wished us the best.
Well, I'm sure she meant it. And I think it would be a lovely gesture on your part if you wanted to invite her, if you really want her to be there.
Maybe I will. You know, I want to bury everything unpleasant about the past, and I want to start out my life with Scotty brand new with a totally clean slate. You know, I mean, you don't consider Monica a threat anymore. I feel the same way about Bobbie.
I'm so glad. I'm so proud of you. Honey, I've got to get to work.
Sure. I think we covered just about everything.
Yes, I think what I'll do is I'll just take my lunch hour today and see how much of this I can get done. Well, as soon as I hear from Rick that we've got the park commission's okay to use this park.
Okay.
Laura!
Okay, I'm coming.
Laura, now,